Book 7. Book 7. Hector and Ajax. Iliad. Book 7. Iliad. Hector and Ajax fight. Hector is getting worsted when night comes, and imparts them. They exchange presents. The burial of the dead and the building of a wall around their ships by the Achaeans. The Achaeans dye their wine, Agamemnon and Menelaus. With these words, Hector passed through the gates, and his brother Paris with him, both eager for the fray. When heaven sends a breeze to sailors who have long looked for one in vain, and have labored at their oars till they are faint of toil, even so welcome was the sight of these two heroes to the Trojans. Pherion Paris killed Metesthenes, the son of Eriphos. He lived in Arne, and a spear at Enos, and struck him dead with a wound in the neck, under the bronze rim of his helmet. And Gallicus, moreover, son of Hippocus, captain of the Lycians, in hard hand-to-hand fight, smote Iphanios, son of Dexius, on the shoulder as he was springing onto his chariot behind his fleet mares. So he fell to earth from the car, and there was no life left in him. When therefore Athena saw these men making havoc of the Argives, she darted down to Ilium from the summits of Olympus, and Apollo, who was looking from Pergamus, went out to meet her, for he wanted the Trojans to be victorious. The pair met by the oak tree, and King Apollo, son of Zeus, was first to speak. What would you have? Said he, daughter of great Zeus, that was your proud spirit, has sent you hither from Olympus. Have you no pity upon the Trojans, and will you incline the scales of victory in favor over of the Danaans? Let me persuade you, for it will be better thus. Stay the combat for today, but let them renew the fight hereafter till they compass the doom of Ilium, since your goddess have made up your minds to destroy the city. And Athena answered, so be it, our daughter. It was in his mind that I came down from Olympus to the Trojans and Achaeans. Tell me then, how do you propose to end this present fighting? Apollo, son of Zeus, replied, let us incite great Hector to challenge someone of the Danaans in single combat on the Achaeans. Will be shamed into finding a man who will fight him. Athena assented, and Helios, son of Priam, divined the counsel of the gods. He therefore went up to Hector and said, Hector, son of Priam, hear of gods in council, I am your brother. Let me persuade you, bid the other Trojans and Achaeans, all of them take their seats, and challenge the best man among the Achaeans to meet you in single combat. I have heard the voice of every living gods, and the hour of your doom is not yet come. Hector was glad when he heard the saying, and went in among the Trojans, grasping his spear by the middle to hold them back. They all sat down. Agamemnon also bade the Achaeans be seated, but Athena and Apollo, in likeness of vultures, perched on the father Zeus's oak high tree, proud of their men in ranks, sat close ranged together, bristling with shield and helmet and spear, as when the rising west winds furs the face of the sea when the waters grow dark beneath it. So sat the companies of the Trojans and Achaeans upon the plain, and Hector spoke thus, hear me, Trojans and Achaeans, that I may speak even as I am minded. Zeus on his high throne has brought our oaths and covenants to nothing, and foreshadows ill both of us, till you either take the towers of Troy or yourselves vanquish at your ships. The princes of the Achaeans are here present, and in the midst of you. Let him that will fight me stand forward as your champion against Hector. Thus I say, and may Zeus be witness between us. If your champion slay me, let him strip me of my armor and take it to your ships. But let him send my body home of the Trojans and my wives, and I give my dues of fire, and I am dead. In like manner, if Apollo vouchsafe me glory, and I slay your champion, I will strip him of his armor and take it to the city of Ilium, and I will hang it in the temple of Apollo. And I will give up his body, that the Achaeans may bury him at their ships, and build him an island by the wide waters of the Hellespont. And then will one say hereafter, as he sails his ship over the sea, this is the monument of one who died long since, a champion who was slain by mighty Hector. Thus will one say, and my fame shall not be lost. Thus did he speak, but they all held their peace, ashamed to decline the challenge, yet fearing to accept it. Till at last Menelaus rose and rebuked them, for he was angry. Alas, he cried, vain varlets, women forsooth, not men. Devil-died indeed will be the stain upon us, if no man of the Danes will now face Hector. May you be turned, every man of you, into earth and water, as you sit spiritless and inglorious in your place. I will myself go out against this man, but the upshort of the fight will be from me on high in the hands of the immortal gods. But for these words he put on his armor, and then helped Menelaus. Your life would have come to an end at the hands of Hector, for he was far better than your man, had it not the princes of the Achaeans sprung upon you and checked you. King Agamemnon caught him by the right hand and said, Menelaus, you are mad. A truce to this folly. Be patient in spite of passion. Do not think of fighting a man so much stronger than yourself as Hector, son of Priam, who is feared by many another as well as you. Even Achilles, who is far more godly than you are, shrink from meeting him in battle. Sit down your own people, and the Achaeans will send some other champion to fight Hector, fearless and fond of battle though he be. I ween his knees will bend gladly under him if he comes out alive from the hurly flurry of this fight. With these words of reasonable counsel he persuaded his brother, whereon his squires gladly stripped the armor from off his shoulders. Then Nestor rose and spoke of the truth. Said he, the Achaean land is fallen upon evil times. The old knight Peleus, counselor and orator among the Myrmidons, loved when I was in his house to question me concerning the race and lineage of all the Argives. How would it not grieve him could he hear of them as now quailing before Hector? Many a time would he lift his hands in prayer that his soul might leave his body and go down within the house of Hades. Would my fathers Zeus, Athena, and Apollo, that I were so young and strong as when the Pylians, Arcadians, were gathered in fights in the rapid river of Calydon, under the walls of Phthia, and round about the waters of the river Ardanus, and the godlike hero Hetherion stood forward as the champion with armor, King Arethos. Upon his shoulders Arethos, whom men and women had surnamed the Mace Man, because he fought neither with a bow nor a spear, but broke the battalions of the foe with his iron mace. Lycurgus killed him not in fair fight, but by entrapping him in a narrow way, where his mace served him in no stead, for Lycurgus was too quick for him, and spread him through the middle, so he fell to earth on his back. Lycurgus then spoiled him of the armor which Ares had given him, bore it in battle, and sword, but when he grew old and stayed at home, he gave it to his faithful squire Aurelion, who is the same armor challenge of the foremost men among us. The others quaked and quailed, but my high spirit bade me fight him, though none other would venture. I was the youngest man of them all. But when I fought with Athena, vouchsafed me victory, he was the biggest and strongest man that ever I killed, and converse much around as he lay sprawling upon the earth. Would that I were still young and so strong as I was then, for the son of Priam would then soon find one who would face him. But you foremost among the whole host, though you be, have none of you any stomach for fighting Hector. Thus did the old man rebuke them, and forthwith 9 men started to their feet, foremost of all approached King Agamemnon, and after him brave Diomed, the son of Tydeus. Next were the 2 Ajaxes, men cloaked in valor as with garments, and Idomeneus, and Meriones, his brother in arms. After these, Eurypylus, son of Eomon, Thoas, the son of Andraemon, saying, Cast lots among you to see whose shall be chosen. If he come alive out of this fight, he will have done good service alike to his own soul and to the Achaeans. Thus he spoke, and when each of them had marked his lot, he had thrown into the helmet of Agamemnon, son of Atreus. The people lifted their hands in prayer, and thus would one of them say as he looked into the vault of heaven, Father Zeus, grant that the lot to fall on Ajax, or on the son of Tydeus, or upon the king of rich Mycenae himself. As they were speaking, Nestor, knight of Gerone, shook his helmet, and from it there fell the very lot which they wanted, the lot of Ajax. The herald bore it about and showed it to all the chieftains of the Achaeans, going from left to right, but they none of them owned it. When, however, in due course they reached the man who had risen upon it and had put it into the helmet, brave Ajax held out his hand, and herald and gave him the lot. When Ajax saw him, his mark he knew it, and was glad. He threw it to the ground and said, My friends, the lot is mine, and I rejoice, for I shall vanquish Hector. I will put on my armor, meanwhile praise the King Zeus in silence among yourselves the Trojans. May not hear you roar aloud if you will, for we fear no man. None shall overcome me, neither by force nor cunning, for I was born and bred in Salamis, and can hold my own in all things. But to this they fell praying to King Zeus, son of Cronos, and thus would one of them say as he looked into the vault of heaven, Father Zeus, Aurelius from Ida, most glorious in power, vouchsafe victory to Ajax, and let him win great glory. But if he was felt at Hector also, and would protect him, grants each of them equal fame and prowess. Thus they prayed, and Ajax armed himself in the suit of gleaming bronze. When he was in full array, he sprang forward as monstrous Ares, when he takes heart among men whom Zeus has set fighting with one another. Even so did huge Ajax bulwark over the Achaeans, spring forward with a grim smile on his face as he brandished his long spear and strode onward. The Argives ralliated as they beheld him, the Trojans trembled in every limb, and the heart even of Hector beat it quickly, but he could not now retreat, and withdraw into the ranks behind him, for he had been the challenger. Ajax came up bearing his shield in front of him like a wall, and a shield of bronze of 7 folds of oxhide, the work of Tydeus, who lived in Hyle, and was by far the best worker in leather. He had made it with the hides of 7 fall-fed bulls, and over these he had set an 8th layer of bronze, holding the shield before him. Ajax, son of Telamon, came man to man with kings of the champions, the Dodons have ever among them, even besides lion-hearted Achilles, clever of the ranks of men. He now abides at the ships in anger with Agamemnon, shepherd of his people. But there are many of us who are well able to face you, therefore begin the fight. And Hector answered, Noble Ajax, son of Telamon, captain of the host, treat me not as though I were some puny boy or woman that cannot fight. I have been long used to the blood and miseries of battle. I am quick to turn my leather shield either to right or left, for this I deem the main thing in battle. I can charge among the chariots and horsemen in the hand-to-hand fighting, can delight the hearts of Ares. Howbeit I would not take such a man as you are off his guard, but I will smite you openly if I can. He poised a spear as he spoke and hurled it from him. It struck the 7-fold shield in its outermost layer, the 8th, which was of bronze, and went through 6 of the layers with the 7th-sided stave. Then Ajax threw in his in turn and struck the round shield of the son of Priam. The terrible spear went through the gleaming shield and pressed onward through his cuirass of cunning workmanship that pierced the shirt against his side, but he swerved and thus saved his life. They then each of them drew out the spear from his shield, and then